I appreciate you meeting with me today, and I don't know if there's anything I can do for you, but we'll go through it to see if something works for you. Um, we work in the areas of decreasing debt, increasing cash flow, and reducing taxes. We specialize in life insurance and annuities, and we see if we could possibly shave years off your retirement date. After that, if there's something of interest for you, we'll take some information, get back to you, and go through some specifics. And but there's nothing to buy today. So let's just sit back, relax, and we'll just listen to this. Federal Financial Group is an organization with insurance companies and other financial institutions um, with $1 billion of assets and been in business over 100 years. We teach people about money, how it works, and how to make it work better for you. Specifically, our goal today is to help you become financially independent. What that means is that the interest you are earning on your money you put away will someday pay you more than you do in your business or off of your salary. At that point, you don't have to work anymore. You can, but you don't have to. But that's financial independence. What I want to touch on first are some issues and challenges we face today. Then we'll talk about solutions. First off, look at the last 10 years. Our paychecks have gone up, but inflation's gone up too. Gas and food, all sorts of things just keep increasing. People have had to rely on their credit cards and other things and just get them in a tighter and tighter situation. Now, if 100 people were going to retire today at 65, how many of those do you think would be financially independent, making more than $35,000 a year? That's a good guess. Would you know 4? And what did the other 96 do? They move in with their favorite child. Second, they could live on welfare or Social Security or that kind of thing. Or the biggest percentages, work at Walmart. Now, I was at Walmart recently. And, those are all nice folks and very friendly and personable. But, who wants to work at Walmart after they're 65? But I was in Walmart in Caldwell, Idaho, and I seen an elderly man down on the floor scraping off price tags off the floor. I'm sure that's not what he envisioned for his retirement. Now, we have 7 steps that we help build your financial freedom. We weave these steps together to help increase people's cash flow, get out of debt, reduce taxes, and retire as soon as possible if that's what's desired. The goal here is to attain financial independence much quicker. So what I'm going to rip through these 7 steps. Stop me if you have questions, but also keep in mind the ones that would affect you the most. The first one is expect what you expect. All right. For this, we keep track of where you're spending your money. So you might find other areas where you say, oh, I'm really spending $1,000 a month on coffee. Or it could be one of many things, and that you would consciously want to reduce that and get you more cash flow. And that falls into our step number 2, which is increased cash flow. We can do it by, if you get a big refund on your taxes, we could spread that over the year and you would get a little bit more each month and you would have more cash flow, whether to invest in something like this or to help you get through the month. The third one is to eliminate debt. And here's a list of people's debts. And this is $1,000 a month. So if you take the first payment $100 and pay that till it's gone, then you apply it to the next one, and the next one would be $238. And so you just snowball effect. So you could cut off 13 and a half years of your debt that you have to get out of debt. So it's kind of a snowball effect. But once you paid off the first one, I want you to celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate. We're going to celebrate. Whether it's go out to dinner or just hoopla like I did, or go play golf, or many other things. But you need to celebrate. And then roll it up. Next one paid off and celebrate again. Okay? That gets us out of debt. So we want to eliminate the debt and we can put more into your retirement. So the next one is to develop an emergency fund. Do you have an emergency fund? You got very much in it? Oh, $5,000. That's pretty good. Yeah, we need emergency fund to take care of the transmission or the alternator or things like that go out of the car, the washer, dryer, the refrigerator. So we can replace those without coming out of our budget. The other big one that we need an emergency fund is, what if somebody in our family has to run to the emergency room and they want $500 to $1,000 before they'll even touch her. This is an emergency fund. But it is not the pizza that you're going to order tonight, because that is not an emergency and it doesn't come out of this fund. So keep emergency fund should be liquid, not under the mattress, but somewhere you can get to it. Should earn more interest than your checking account. Should be in a separate account. And it should be someplace safe. Number 5 is to protect what you have. You should have insurance on yourself. One day you're a happy young family playing on the beach, and the next minute Daddy's out of the picture. Something happened on the way home. They had a car wreck. All right? Not only do they have medical bills then, they also have to pay the utilities, the rent, the mortgage, the groceries. Now, who pays that? Would you want this little family living on the bridge or the rescue mission? Hard one to hold. So protect your family with a little life insurance. Number 6, well, that's the greatest one. That's what everybody likes. And if you listen to me, you can be financially independent. All right? All right. Now, I want to get tough with you. I want you to listen to me really good, because there's 2 problems here. And if you don't put these 2 problems into effect, you'll never become financially secure, or it'll be way down the road. And who wants to be still working at Walmart at 65? So we're going to talk about this. So you know what the rule of 72 is? It means that if you had 4% interest and divided it by 70 into 72, you would be 18 years before that money doubled. If you had a bigger percentage, like 6, it would be 6. It'd be 12 years before it doubled. If you would had 10 years, it'd be about 7. So that is a rule of 72. It would take that many years. So if you had $100, it'll take 36 years to be 200. All right, this is if they had all $10,000. Here's at 4%. Here's at 12. All right, when they're 65, this would be $40,000. At 12%, it was $640,000. You know, these two guys, the only difference here is this guy didn't know the rules. You know the rules. You need higher interest. All right, so this guy missed out on $600,000 because he didn't get the right rate of return. All right, but let me tell you, it's not having $40,000 to put into this or $10,000. It's that you need to start somewhere. And only $100 a month can move you on down the road to financial independence if you know the rules. Okay. So, I was looking for a piece of paper. Let me see if I have it. All right. If I had $10,000 and it paid me, oh, I'm sorry, I kept on my pen. If it paid me, oh, I have an example of that here. It paid me 10%. The second year, I'd have $11,000. Another 10%, I'd have $12,001. And the market drops 20%, I have $9,600. But if I was in an index fund, it would go along here. I'd still have $12,100. If the market come back 15%, I'd only come up 12% because I'm capped at 12. The insurance company takes the rest. That's their trade-off. But would you rather be here or here? Probably here, right? Okay. So, but if it went straight across here for 5 years and stayed there, they would pay you 2% for these years. Okay? All right. So that's how that goes. All right. Now, the other problem with this is taxes. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. We had this young man that walked in the bank. He was 29 years old and said, "Banker, I'd like to be a millionaire when I turn 65. What would I have to put in to this fund in order to have $1 million when I was 65? Banker figured it up, and back then you could get 5% interest. So he said, you need $1,640 a month. Well, that boy, he said, I can't get $1,640. So he left the bank dejected. He didn't put anything in. He didn't save anything. And today he's working at Walmart. You know him, that friendly guy, big smile, nice kid. But he's working at Walmart. Now, if he'd have known the rules and he could have got 10%, he would have had to put in $900 a month. Do you know anybody that could put $900 a month? Yeah, there is a few, but not all of us. So that's the rule of inflation. We went from 5 to 10. Now let's take the second rule in, taxes. So if you figure in taxes and not being taxed, you'd have to have somewhere between $300 and $400. And I'm just rounding these off. This is not exactly true. It's exact silent, just rounding them off. So how many people can get $300 or $400 a month? Yeah, there are a few, and probably you could too. After you shave everything over that you're overspending and do your debt elimination, you could probably pay $300 to $400 a month and get there quicker to that retirement age. Let me ask you this. What would you be doing if you were financially independent? Laying on the beach somewhere. Oh, okay, that sounds like fun. Well, we'll look into that. All right. Now you're going to ask me, where do you get those rate of returns? And I'm going to give you three scenarios. First, we have the fixed income. Those come from your banks. Those are your CDs, your money market, those kind of things. And they're just fixed. And you don't usually lose money on them. So on the farther end of the spectrum, we have the market. We have the stock market. We have the mutual funds. And they go up and they go down. And they go up and they go down. You can lose your money just as fast. So for something in between, we have the index tied to the S&P. You don't lose your principal and you don't lose your interest, but you're capped at 12%. Now the S&P has made 10.5% over the last 25 years. So where do you think you would like to put your money? Yeah, this one. Okay. So, and the seventh thing is estate planning. Now, estate planning is a simple will that can turn your money, your estate, after your death, your stuff goes into estate. It doesn't go into probate, and whoever you want to have your funds is who gets it. So it just protects your assets and your family, and you can make it last their lifetime. Estate planning are important too. So I've given you all seven. Which are the two that interest you the most? You think you would benefit first of? The life insurance and number 6. Yeah, number 6, what everybody likes. Okay. All right. What are we going to do about number 6? All right. So what I need to do is do a special needs analysis where I find out what you want to do and how much you want to invest. And after we go through this, we're going to have to pick out a date. A time tomorrow. I have my other agent coming in tomorrow, and he does the second plans. And you will meet with him, and we'll do your scenario. But now we have to get some information from you. I have to fill out this report. We put it through a specialized computer, and it comes out with different scenarios for you. And then we'll go back and do it on you and your husband, you alone, that kind of thing. And then we talk about what's best for you and your family situations. So, I'm going to say something else, but So the first 3 or 4 questions are yes or no answers. Can't be maybe, it has to be yes or no. And then on the rest of the questions, you answer as best as you can, because that's going to help me to key into what you need best. Okay? So, if we go through this and I find out a perfect plan for you that meets your needs, you could afford, would you be able to do business with, would you be willing to do business with us? Okay. Is there anybody else that need to help you with this decision? And how soon would you want to start? Okay. Okay. Then, if the plan fits you and work, would you be willing to refer someone else to me so I can carry on this business and help other people be financially independent? Now, there's one more thing I probably should tell you, is how I get paid. And let me tell you, next time I see you, I want you to bring me hot, homemade chocolate chip cookies with a tall glass of cold milk. Well, you were looking so serious, I had to throw that out there. No. What happens, the way I really get paid, is that the companies we deal with gives me a referral fee. It doesn't come out of the money you're investing. They give me a referral fee, sort of a commission, and that's how I get paid. So you don't have to worry about what I'm taking from. That doesn't happen. Okay. So, can we get you back in here tomorrow at 4? Okay. All right. Thank you for doing business with us.